As qualifying comes to a close, it is time to go racing. Up front will be RS Center and Jesse Hope, Donald Minute and Michael Whiting on the second row, Bill Miller, Travis Beerter on the third row, Jason Blatz, Bart Hoke on the fourth row, Ed Jones Sr., Ignacio Adams all rounding out the top 10. Everybody getting lined up. Jackson McLean is showing as being in the session. We'll have to wait and see if he takes to the track. He has not taken to the track thus far. And you notice a lot of pink cars still in the field for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Great job by these guys rolling out in those. Hey, look, both race control cars have taken to the grid. So, as mentioned, under caution, with about 2 laps to go, under caution, one of the two cone cars will come out to the start-finish line. They will stop on the in the middle of the start-finish line, and then drivers will choose which lane they want to run in. Doesn't matter what your position is on the track, you still get to choose which lane you want to go to. So if everybody takes the outside line and the 10th place guy feels confident on the inside, he picks up a lot of track position, and that does come into play quite a bit here. Now, Chris Standridge was actually going to go to the real Nashville Fairgrounds tomorrow, but apparently weather not cooperating, so this is the best he's going to get tonight. All right, the leaders are taking around. The pace car is going to take them around one more time. Cone cars on pit road. Interesting mix of bodies out there tonight with several different makers represented. You got Toyotas, Chevys, a couple of Fords, look for them to blow up, and a Hyundai driven by Michael Whiting, which is still one of the most peculiar things we've seen on a super late model so far. Pace car is in. Off of turn 4, there's a little white line. That is the restart zone. They start on the green flag. They'll restart once the pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. And watch everybody as they come through turn 2. Off turn 2, everybody seems to be doing okay. RS Center is out front. No problems yet. Everybody managing to keep the cars going the right way, and this is not an easy track to run a super late model on. Caution is out. And it looks like the 38 of Ed Jones Sr. is in the wall. Let's see. Looks like he got on the brakes. The car behind the 90 car of Ignacio Adams just didn't expect him to check up that early, and that brings us under our first caution. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, guys are weaving around trying to get as much heat as possible in those tires right now. Donald Bennett really weaving around to get some heat in those tires. He was running high and low through 1 and 2, just trying to get as much grip into the tires as is possible, as quickly as possible. RS Center has controlled the race since the beginning, but now we will get to see the cone cars come off of pit road. And it looks like Austin Edwards is out there. He's caught up to the back of the field. Will he give us a flourish before he takes his position on the start-finish line? No, he's going to go around one more time and then take his position. Will he show us a little trick? He has been known to do a couple of donuts before assuming his position. Hey, thank you, Corey. All right, the cone car is coming around. And they could not have picked a better cone car. Yes, it does look like Austin is going to give us a little bit of a flourish here. There we go. Austin gets this donut in. Doesn't get it as smoothly as last week when he was able to do a complete donut and perfectly parked dead center. But he gets it done here. All right, now as the cars come out of turn 4, the leader will be the first to choose which line, and you'll see them split to decide which lane they want to restart in. Worth note, if you hit the cone car, it's an automatic end of line penalty. The leader goes to the high side, Donald Bennett to the bottom, Michael Whiting to the bottom. It looks like we're splitting pretty evenly, so my goodness, that got a little close. But everybody gets by without hitting the cone car. Austin Edwards going to give us another quick donut before he heads to pit road. As they stack back up side by side. They'll get the 1 to green this time by. We are missing a few drivers in the field tonight. Edmund Jones not in the field. Austin Bennett not in the field. Jackson McLean is not taken to the track, and I have not seen Daniel Anderson either. So some of the top 10 in points, of course, they have some drop races if needed. But this gives a couple of guys an opportunity to make up a little bit of ground here tonight. Pace car is in. RS Center will control the restart. He's on the gas. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. Donald Bennett Jr. losing a little bit of ground on the inside as that outside line seems to be the place to restart here. And it looked like the 84 got loose off of turn 2, dove down to the inside. He manages to hold on to the car, gets it straightened out, but he is going to drift way back to 7th place. Everybody keeping them going straight for the moment, trying to make sure these stay green for 3 to 4 laps. That's when all the pressures, all the grip will be there. Jesse Hoke in 2nd place. He is the points leader all over the back bumper of RS Center. Down the front straightaway through 1 and 2. Again, the top 3 are single file. Michael Whiting in fourth place has lost a little bit of ground. Bill Miller is starting to pull up to the back bumper. My apologies, I briefly had the hiccups. Edmund Jones saying he couldn't be here tonight because of work. Sorry, buddy. RS Center out front now, though. The first time, Jesse Hoke really starting to lay the pressure on here. He's all over the back bumper. This is going to give the 12 car of Donald Minute Jr. an opportunity to catch back up as they start to battle. Michael Whiting in fourth has drifted back a couple of seconds, but at the moment has fourth well under in hand. Bill Miller currently running in fifth, Travis Beertzer in sixth. They have been nose to tail. Travis is looking to the inside. Oh, a little bobble in the middle of the corner. And a bump off the wall for Bill Miller. Doesn't lose much momentum. They're back where they started a lap ago. Travis is looking like he is ready to go. Jason Blatz in the 84 with those mistakes out of the two in front of him has picked up a little bit of ground on him. He's currently running in seventh. Bart Hoke in the 61 back in eighth place. Ignacio Adams in ninth, and it's a bit of a surprise to see Ignacio so far back this early in a race. We'll have to wait and see if he can make his way forward. He is extremely fast at everything he gets in. Bit surprised to see him having any kind of struggle here tonight. And Ed Jones Sr. in 10th. RS Center still has the lead. Jesse Hoke still on the back bumper. They have opened up a little bit of a gap on the 12 car of Donald Minute Jr. I think Donald might have gotten a little squirrely off of turn 2 there, just a hair. And even once these tires have some grip in them, have some heat in them, it is still a handful to drive. Actually, it looks like Donald Minute might be closing down a little bit of this gap right now. I know he was involved with testing the setups last night, so we'll see if that long run speed that he is so good at, if he can make that work and start coming forward. Battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th has tightened back up. Jason Blatz has caught the back bumper of Travis Beertzer. Travis has not been able to get around Bill Miller. Bill actually starting to pull away, and Jason Blatz is definitely trying to find a way around Travis right now. He has gotten right to his back bumper, looked underneath. He's had to jump up to the high line a couple of times just to not hit the car in front of him. Let's take a lap around in Jason Blatt's car. All right, down the backstretch, off into turn 3. He's let him get a little bit away here. Gets down. Oh, he catches a little bit of the apron there. Not what you want to do in these cars. That can massively unsettle the car here. Especially as bumpy as these turns are. A little bit higher in 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, full throttle. But you are not on the throttle long. And if you get on the throttle too hard, you can easily spin those back tires. RS Center has started to pull away just a little bit from Jesse Hoke. Donald Minute Jr., we saw he was starting to close back in on these two. He is starting to fall back a little bit more now. And it does look like RS Center will get into some lap traffic of Bart Hoke in the 61 before too much longer. Almost a third of the way through the race. Looks like Bart is struggling here. The entire Hoke family runs every series in this league, and Used to seeing Bart much further up, but he is definitely struggling with the super late model here at Nashville Fairgrounds. And oh, the leaders have another car, the 90. Ignacio Adams looked like he was slow in 1 and 2. He went down to the apron. The leaders really having to do some avoidance there to not get into trouble. Now they're coming around to catch Ed Jones Sr. Worth noting, Jesse Hoke has the fastest lap of the race. RS Center does not. But Jesse beat RS only by 4/100ths of a second for that fastest lap. Donald Minute Jr. has lost even more ground as he tries to work his way through some lap traffic. He is looking to have a little bit more luck here tonight after a rough race at North Wilkesboro last week. Jesse Hoke is really sending it off of turn 2. Looks like he almost gets the wall every time he comes off of turn 2. He is up there so close. RS Center holding it down a little bit lower off of turn 2. And that time Jesse pulls it down just a little bit lower, making sure he does not hit the wall. Lap traffic definitely coming into play here. The 84 is the last car on the lead lap. Right now in 7th, Jason Blatz. As he hits the start-finish line, the leader is in turn 3. So they are closing in on him as well. Looks like Todd Bradbury did manage to get out on track. Currently 6 laps down, and the 12 car just barely gets by the 97, has a little bobble off there. He is currently running in 10th. Just trying to stay out of the way and log some laps, but he's got to be extra careful with the leaders. RS Center has finally managed to open up a gap on Jesse Hoke, almost 1.5 seconds. Jesse now has a 5-second lead over third place Donald Minute. Michael Whiting still holding on to 4th and actually seems to be closing in just a little bit. He is just under 2 seconds behind. Having to work the lap traffic. Gets clear and now might have an opportunity to catch up to Donald Minute. Bill Miller, he has been struggling off of turn 2 every time, gets down too deep into turn 3, manages to hold on to it, but some really close calls as these lead lap drivers have to negotiate lap traffic. These guys are running 18.5-second laps around here, and as they do, they continue to march around and start to put a lot of drivers a lap down. Jason Blatz at the start-finish line. Where is the leader? There he comes now. He is actually closing back down on, continues to close that gap on Blatz. If this thing stays green for the next 55 laps, it could be a race that is determined by who is left on the lead lap. Plus, there is the question of pit stops, and of course, lap traffic can always be the end of a great race by a driver if he gets caught up in it. If there's a mistake by the lap cars, that collects the leader. Jesse Hoke has a huge points lead coming into tonight. RS Center does not even factor into the top 10 in points right now. And the leader is getting into more lap traffic as he ducks under Bart Hoke into turn 1. Ignacio Adams has pulled off the track. He might be done. Caution. Trying to see where that caution came from. There's some heavily beat up cars. Expect to see a lot of drivers on pit road before this is all said and done. Bill Miller. No, Travis, it looks like Travis Beetzer's car is tore up, but no wreck prior to that caution, so we'll see. He'll come down pit road in a moment. This pit road very tricky to get onto. Everybody having to check up quite a bit here. RS Center hits pit road. He is the first one down. Will he take tires? Or are they? Yep, right sides are going on for the top 2. Third place is taking right sides. Michael Whiting in 4th is taking right. And it looks like, I think Jesse Hoke beat him off pit road. He did. Jesse Hoke has a perfect stop. His stop was almost 4 seconds faster than RS Center. That gives him the advantage off of pit road. Competition caution in lap 50. As badly as the 9 car looked coming into this, and it does not look like he got repaired. I thought he might have hit the wall, but that is the competition caution at the halfway point, giving everybody a chance. That's also going to save a few drivers from going a lap down. Jason Blatz was next in line to go a lap down. Bill Miller should be waved around as he is at the tail end of the lead lap. So things could get very interesting here again. RS Center has been out front, but Jesse Hoke has been the fastest. Has not pushed it to its limit to try and get around. Now the roles are reversed. Can Jesse Hoke pull away here tonight? Mentioned earlier, his fast lap, 4/10 of a second, or 4/100ths of a second, excuse me, faster than RS. So this could get interesting as this race goes on. Should see race control rolling off. There he is. He's waiting at the end of the pit road to pull out at the back of the field. All right, Bill Miller gets waved around, and we should see the cone car taking up position. next time by. Will Austin do anything interesting as he paces around and comes back to the start-finish line? Worth noting, after the race, they will actually try and wreck the cone. Austin very successful at North Wilkesboro, staying away from people. We'll see if he can do it again here tonight. All right, Austin coming to the start-finish line. Oh, he went past it. Apparently, they're going to go one more lap. Austin going for the donut and coming back around. And now he'll come down and take his position at the start line. And these guys definitely have to remember, coming through 3 and 4, they have to start making decisions quickly. A lot of these guys wait till the last possible minute to make their lane choice simply because they don't want to give away their strategy. However, if you wait too long and you hit the cone car, you get an end of EOL penalty. All right, here comes the pace car. He'll go by and they will start choosing their lines. The leader goes to the high side, RS goes to the bottom. They split fairly evenly this time. And a bit of a burnout. Bet you did not know a cone could do a burnout, did you? All right, they will get the 1 to go this time by. Based on what we just saw, this could go green to the end, and then it becomes tire-saving strategy. Going just fast enough to keep your position or advance your position, but not burn your tires up, because some of these guys will be taking it easy early in the run to have something to pass the guys at the end of the run. Jesse Hoke, RS Center have the front row. Travis Beertzer and Donald Minute have the second row. Michael Whiting, Bill Miller have the third row. Jason Blatz is in 7th. Then a lap or more down is Ed Jones, Bart Hoke, and Todd Bradbury. Pace car ducking onto pit road. Cars are down and away. Green flag is in the air. Jesse Hoke has the lead going into turn 1. RS all over the back bumper though. And the 12 car already looking for third, and we've got sparks flying everywhere on the track. Everybody makes it through. Remember, a lot of these guys have cold right side tires, could make the cars unpredictable. Travis Beertzer now up to 4th, Bill Miller in 5th. Something has happened to Michael Whiting. Looks like Michael Whiting might have picked, yeah, he has picked up a blink. Donald Bennett Jr. has cleared. He is now up to 3rd place and trying to march his way back up to the leaders. Remember, early in the run, he was able to hang with and run them down, but now he'll have to see if he can make something happen, as they've already gapped him, and he has got a hard fought as Travis Beertzer continues to be all over the back bumper. Jesse Hope continuing to lead. RS Center is in 2nd. Donald Minute 3rd. Travis Beertzer 4th. Bill Miller in 5th. Jason Blatz and Michael Whiting 6th and 7th. Michael Whiting had a top 5 run going, but after pit stops comes out in 7th place. Has a long way to go to get back up there, and not a lot of time left to do it. 35 laps to go. And RS looks like he is looking to the inside off of turn 4. He is all over that back bumper, just looking for one mistake or one opportunity here, and he's going to duck in there and take the lead. Jesse moving up half a lane, not allowing him enough of a gap, but holding enough speed to keep him behind. Meanwhile, Donald Minnitt has managed to start to gap on Travis Beerzer. Bill Miller currently running in 5th place. Michael Whiting starting to come alive now as he goes for 6th. He makes the move underneath the 84 car and is now, gets by Blatz for 6th place, is now going to try and run down Bill Miller for 5th. Bill Miller currently has 2 seconds over, no, I'm sorry, a second over Michael Whiting, and Michael Whiting is closing the gap. Apparently that Hyundai is working really well tonight. Donald Minnitt still trying to find a way to catch back up to the 2 leaders. And Jesse Hoke has not been able to shake RS Center at all. RS has not been able to get a run. He keeps looking to the bottom, especially on corner exit, but he is not. Is he going to get the nose in this time? Couldn't quite get there, but he is getting closer every turn. Jesse Hoke is driving in his mirror as much as he is out the window right now. They are nose to tail all the way around this track. Let's hop into RS's car and show you just how close he is running. Down into the corner, he gets right up there to the back bumper, waiting for that opportunity. Trying to force a mistake out of Jesse Hoke, but Jesse has been cool and collected the whole race. Oh, a little loose out of the 110 of RS Center as he gets up off of the turn. Loses a little ground for the first time since the caution. They get by the lap car, Todd Bradbury. They get by extremely quickly. Now, Donald Minnitt had a ton of bad luck at North Wilkesboro, especially in lap traffic. He is trying to make something happen here tonight. Currently running in 3rd place, and you know he has got to be a little bit worried as he closes up on the lap traffic ahead. Travis Beerzer in 4th place is over a second behind now. And Bill Miller, currently running in 5th, has Michael Whiting now to the back bumper of that car as well. A battle still continuing for the lead as RS has managed to get by Jesse Hoke for the lead. RS Center back to the lead with 20 laps to go. You have to wonder, can Jesse Hoke hold on to the back bumper and take an opportunity in a few laps? They have the lap car of Bart Hoke just ahead. Oh, Bart almost has a problem off of turn 2 and almost collects the leaders. Down the back straightaway they go, 18 to go. Meanwhile, while this is going on, the battle for 5th. As Michael Whiting has lost a little bit of ground on Bill Miller. RS Center also starting to put a little bit of a gap on Jesse here. Jason Black, back in 7th, has maintained the lead lap the whole race, but just barely. But prior to the competition caution, looks like he is going to maintain that now and hold on to that 7th place finish. Michael Whiting in 6th with 15 laps to go. Might have one more shot for a top 5 finish here. We'll have to wait and see if he can run Bill back down and get around him. Bill Miller, currently running 5th, has just been steady and consistent all night long. He started in 5th, he has stayed in 5th pretty much the entire race. Travis Beertzer in 9th place. He started in 6th. Heavy damage to the nose of that car. Looked like he'd been doing a little bump drafting, but it has not affected his speed at all as he comes down. He's actually rolling in the 3rd place car of Donald Bennett Jr. As they come down the back straightaway, you see sparks flying everywhere as these guys push these cars to their absolute limit. Donald Bennett managing to pull a little bit of a gap again. Jesse Hope currently running in 2nd, now losing ground to RS Center. Oh, and the 38 of Ed Jones Sr. has a problem. He moved up the track to get out of the way of the leaders, but got a little bit of the wall. That caused him to bounce down right in front of the leaders. Had to be a little bit of a scary moment there for RS Center. RS now has over a 1 second lead on Jesse Hope. 9 laps to go, just has to remain consistent. The 12 of Donald Bennett Jr. now has Travis Beertzer all over the back bumper. And Travis starting to look to the inside, off turn 4, 7 laps to go. Guys are going to really start sending it here. Michael Whiting also trying to close back up on Bill Miller. Bill a little bit loose off of turn 2 there, but holds on to it. Back up front, RS continues to pull away. Now 2.5 seconds. The battle for 3rd continues as Donald Bennett Jr. pulls away just a little bit, but Travis really gets him off the turn every time. 5 to go. Oh, almost get into each other through 1 and 2. Travis has quite a run going here. He is all over the back bumper, doing everything he can to make Donald make a mistake here. And now he's got the run down to the inside into turn number 3. He's got a nose ahead, rolling the bottom, comes back up on throttle. Donald Bennett looked like he might try a crossover move, didn't have the momentum. And now Travis Beertzer in the 9 takes 3rd place. Donald Bennett Jr. back to 4th. This exchange allowed Bill Miller and Michael Whiting to close back up, but it is not going to be enough with 2 laps to go. And RS Center just gets the white flag. He is coming around to get the checkers this time. A dominant race all night by RS Center. He pulls through 3 and 4. Doesn't even have to mess with lapping Jason Blatz. There is the checkers, and RS Center wins at Nashville Fairgrounds. Jesse Hope comes home in 2nd. Travis Beertzer is 3rd. Donald Bennett Jr. comes home in 4th. Bill Miller currently finished in 5th. Michael Whiting 6th. Jason Blatz 7th. 1 or more laps down was Ed Jones, Bart Hoke, and Todd Bradbury. And looking, honestly, we do not have any of the top 3 available for interview. We'll see if they hop in, but I always have a backup plan for these type of situations. RS getting his burnout done, and now they are going to chase the cone cars. Oh, they get the cones pretty quickly here tonight. Now the goal is to send the cone over the fence, and almost got a super late model over the fence, but the cone is still standing. Oh, the cone's actually causing problems out here. And Austin managing to hold that car on the ground. These guys really struggling to have any shot at taking him out. Still got a super late model upside down. I believe that's Jason Blatz upside down in the middle of 1 and 2. Oh, what a hit. I couldn't even tell you who that was. Let's rewind the replay just a little bit. I think that might have been Michael Whiting. That was Michael Whiting. Just once he hit, he went to the infield and disappeared. It looks like Austin Edwards might be done. No, the engine is still running. And since we don't have any of our top 3 available, let's pull Austin in to talk to him. Oh! Oh! Ouch. He is bouncing. Oh, well, maybe we can't pull Austin in. Hey, Austin, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug.
Hey, man, none of the top 3 were available, and since you had such a wild ride there at the end, I had to ask about it. How was that?
Yeah, I'm still a little dizzy from that, Doug. These guys, it's a bit of a tradition we have going on here now, after 100 laps of good, hard racing, kind of a little bit of fun and, tear up these Class Act race cars for the heck of it. So we had a couple of legends go flying today, but, that's just a part of the fun, and I need to go to the hospital.
All right, man. Looks like RS is now available, so I'm going to go get a word with him. Good job tonight, buddy.
Copy that.
All right, and now we do have RS Center available. Congratulations, RS. What a dominant race.
Thank you, guys.
Man, it looked like there for a bit after the caution and the pit stops, it looked like you just didn't have anything left for Jesse, and then suddenly you're all the way around him.
Yeah, Jesse's my buddy. We all race together, and let him lead a little bit right there. Let him feel good about himself, you know?
Well, that was mighty kind of you. I'm sure he's going to have some comments about that probably tomorrow, but that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, he's got a problem with his mic. He can't get it to work right. No, he beat me out of the pits, and he led a little bit right there, and it was good racing. But when it was time to go, he gave me some room, and I could go.
Well, it definitely looked like you were probably the fastest car. Once you got past him, man, you just opened up one heck of a lead.
Yeah, this setup's pretty good from Austin. Edward's setup shop. It was pretty good on the long run. You know, normally these things get super tight. This one was pretty good.
Well, it definitely showed, man. Congratulations on the win and a great dominant race.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and thank you guys for putting this broadcast on.
Our pleasure. And third place, Travis Beertzer. Am I saying that right, Travis?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. That was a bit of a wild night. Your front end was pretty banged up.
Yeah, I think I got into some contact early in the race that I couldn't avoid, and then I just didn't take my quick repair and just left it, and I just ran it through.
Well, it didn't seem to bother you much at all. You had quite a battle with Donald Minute there trying to get around him. It looked like you were not going to be able to get around him there towards middle of that run. He just was going everywhere you wanted to be.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that he was pushing kind of hard in the beginning, and I just let him burn up his stuff, and then I knew at the end I'd have him, as long as I kept him within eyesight.
Well, you definitely did that tonight, and I honestly, looking at the points, I think you're going to be the biggest points gain here tonight. You and RS will both get a ton of points tonight, but you came into tonight sixth. A lot of the guys that were on track in front of you in the points, Bill Miller, Bart Hoke, both finished way behind you, and yeah, you're going to pick up a lot of points and make your way up the standings tonight.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good night for me. I think first or second time on the podium.
I think second.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Well, congratulations, man. Congratulations to both of you. A great race tonight and a heck of a battle there at the end.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. The cone car has been destroyed. Austin Edwards probably headed to the hospital for some medical attention. He did have a wild ride there at the end, and it looked like the 12 of Donald Minute Jr. went back out just to make sure that he finished the car off. So great job by Donald Minute Jr. as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. This was an awesome, awesome race. Y'all have a great night.